Hey people, how are you doing this afternoon, morning, or evening, depending on where you are? I'm reporting live from Harlem, New York City, and walking to the gym on 125th Street where, oh look, it's hard doing videos walking down the street because I'm bringing too much attention to myself, and I wish I could show you some of the things that I'm passing. Okay, I just had to do this video. I was talking to a friend of mine who lives in Harlem, from Boston, but has lived in New York maybe like 15 years, lived in Brooklyn, the Bronx, in Harlem. And we were just talking about how like people are always saying Harlem is so gentrified. And I totally disagree with that, right? Like right now, I'm on Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard in like 137th Street, walking down to 125th. And I'm from a different part of Harlem, up on Sugar Hill in the Heights. Where I'm from is heavily Dominican and Black American, and it still is. If you come up there or you see videos that I do, up there you always hear people speaking Dominican Spanish, and you see Black Americans, and you might see a white person here or there, but they're not the majority. So the same thing is true all throughout Harlem. Right now I'm kind of like more central. It's a lot of Africans in Harlem and Black Americans. When I'm walking 7th Avenue, 8th Avenue, the side streets, a lot of it, like up in the 140s, 145th Street, from 7th Avenue, walking west, a lot of that shit is hood as fuck, okay? And it was hood as fuck when I was a kid. And that shit hasn't changed. Yeah, you might see a white person here and there, but when you come to Harlem, or you come uptown, you know that you're in a black area, okay? Like, again, when I was growing up, you didn't see white people at all, okay? But even now, they're not the majority, okay? Walking on 7th Avenue, 8th Avenue, there's a lot of these businesses here, and the sun is shining, so you wouldn't be able to see them all. I'm walking past, like, dance studios and hair places. These are all owned by Black people. Either Black Americans or Africans. But I don't know how much you can see because of the sun, and I'm trying not to make it obvious when I'm filming people. But all you see are Black people, really. What the hell? Okay. I try to be discreet when I'm filming. But I'm just trying to give you a little flash of the street. Okay. You got the hair place, businesses. Okay. Beauty places. You see? All Black people. Okay? You see? Yes. Now, you might have a white person here and there that owns a business. Not over here, though. Okay? You know when you're walking over here that you're in a Black neighborhood. Now, so it's totally exaggerated when people keep talking about how gentrified Harlem is. I wish I would have walked down the side street. So much sun. I'm trying to get sun on my skin now. So I'm purposely walking in the sun. But one way that Harlem has changed since I was a kid, there's way more Africans in Harlem. There's way more Africans coming to Harlem than white people. Okay? So this idea, like, you can't see what I'm walking by right now. I just walked by I don't know if you can see it in the background, but there's black men and black people all around me. Every shade of brown. It's very obvious. Walking past the West Indian and American restaurant, it's very obvious that you're in a black neighborhood. Okay? Now, Brooklyn, on the other hand, is way more gentrified. If you go to Clinton Hill and Fort Greene, Brooklyn, you would never know that black people ever lived over there. Except for like a mural of Biggie and like, you have whatchamacallit, like a Spike Lee, 40 Acres and a Mule on the wall. It's hard for me to talk freely because I don't like people knowing that I'm recording them, so I'm trying to not be so obvious about it. But yeah, I think you get the point. So, Harlem is still very authentic. There's different parts of Harlem. In Harlem you have different neighborhoods and sections that are very different from each other. And it'd probably be better for filming if I crossed the street and I could show you more, because the sun wouldn't be in my face. But I'm really trying to get the sun on my skin right now. But yeah, so, and so in case you didn't know, Harlem is in Manhattan. A lot of people don't realize that, who are from other places. They think Manhattan is something separate, but Harlem is a neighborhood in the borough of Manhattan. Oh look, I'm walking past fashion stores. Some high fashion shit, all black. Let me see. Hello. Big boobs in a bus, they pump. She a baddie, she knows she a 10. She a baddie with her baddie friend. Yeah, like I said, you always stay hot. Only back is so, and I could have gotten on the bus. I could have gotten on the train. I decided to walk to get some sun on my skin, which is one thing I love about New York. And as I'm walking, you see there's so much going on in the streets. There's so many businesses I've passed. Just flavor and an energy in the streets is unmatched. See, look. Got the... Okay. But dead ass, like Central Harlem. I don't feel like any part of Harlem is gentrified. Even 125th Street, where I'm going right now. When I was a kid, before I was even thought of, 70s, 60s, there was a whole bunch of black people on 125th Street politicking on some revolutionary black people fucking enlightenment shit. And it's still like that. You have black people on 125th Street selling all type of shit. Whether it be Africans, Caribbeans, black Americans. And it's always been that way. Like when you go to 125th Street, you're in a black area. Period. Yeah, you see a white person here and there walk down the street, But like I said, they're not the majority. And you see them walking past deli and grocery. There's like delis like every fucking block. Nothing but businesses. Oh, and I love how in the summertime, I didn't get to show you last time, but you have black people selling watermelon and watermelon juice. And, you know, I know a lot of black people have like a negative connotation with watermelon, like they think it's racist. But honestly, you know, guys, you know, I'm a sports nutritionist, and I would never drink Gatorade. Watermelon juice and coconut water are the best for hydration. Okay, it's the perfect balance of carbohydrates, potassium, sodium. Hydration is not about water. It's about electrolytes and carbohydrates. Your blood sugar level balance. And if you're actually outside, walking around in the sun in New York or doing some real work outside, you need to stay hydrated so you don't have a heat stroke. Watermelon juice is one of the best things you could drink. Oh wow, they have a, I'm just walking past this place, Tropical Grill. They have a food truck. Oh wow, they have a food truck in New York. I didn't know they had an actual spot. And then next to it is the other place, Jerk House. Okay? Harlem is the black mecca, not just for black Americans, okay? There's a lot of Caribbean shit in Harlem, even though, you know, black American culture is strong in Harlem, which is something that I don't feel like you see too much in New York City. A lot of times Caribbean and African culture and dances takes precedence in New York City in terms of attention, what people know about, what people give energy to. That's just the thing. In being black American in New York, a lot of times you feel like you don't belong, or you're in a foreign land, okay? I imagine it's the same in Miami. But Harlem is like that one area where black American culture is going to be strong, but it's not just black American culture. And the legacy of black Americans in this country has been very inclusive to Africans and blacks in the diaspora, which is why so many Caribbeans and Africans have been able to come to the United States, because there were times when black Americans fought against racist laws to keep blacks from other lands out. Oh, you didn't see? So, like this street right here, approaching 125th Street, this street is called Little Africa. Okay? There's usually always African drummers. This is a state office building. There's usually African drummers out here. There aren't right now. But the drummers that are out here, they're really not good though. They're like generic djembe players. But you see all these black people?
Somebody told you about Jesus. Everybody heard about Jesus. God is so faithful. Just, he said, I'm not going to come back. Everybody that heard about me. In this whole world, you know about Jesus.
Okay, they're preaching about Jesus. Now, that is a very black American thing, but Jamaicans also love to talk about Jesus. But I'm just saying. This, you see one white girl, but black people are the majority. Now, there's people selling things up and down 125th Street on both sides of the street. Actually, so I'm approaching the Apollo right there in front of me with the lights. And they're about to put a cannabis dispensary directly across the street from the Apollo that opens on the 5th. All these businesses over here tried to protest it, but it will be opening. So if you come to New York, there's a dispensary in Harlem. See the music? You have people selling things on both sides of the street, up and down the street. Okay? And this bus, you can take this bus directly from LaGuardia Airport. So I'm not going to walk over there because I'm going to the gym. But I just want you to see how black Harlem is. I just walked 14 blocks from 139th and 125th and 7th Avenue. Made a right. I'm walking up. And probably shouldn't tell everybody that, but I'm just giving you, hold up. See people selling shirts. Probably can't see because the sun's shining in the camera, but there's people selling everything you could think of. Cocoa butter, shea butter, sunglasses, jewelry, clothes, electronics, hats, you know, on top of all the stores that are already on 125th Street. You got the Apollo coming up. You got sneaker stores. See, it'd been better if I was walking that other direction. But you see, up and down the whole entire street, you got people selling things. You can go shopping, and 125th Street is not the only place like this. There's a lot of areas in New York City where you got people selling shit up and down the street on top of all the businesses that are already there. The dispensary is going to be right over there next to Aldo. Gotham Buds. I'm going to go there in the 5th. Gotham Buds next to Aldo. See, it's a shopping area. And people just selling. The sun's all on the camera. But it's good because I got to walk and get some sun on my skin. I'm going to do a quick 30-minute workout in the weight room. I'm going to hop on the train. I'm going to head downtown to Union Square. I'm going to go to a Haitian dance class. Then I'm going to walk to the LES and get some ice cream. And there's energy, there's so much energy in New York. I like it.
Yeah, I'm just looking for like a second job.
Okay? You see? Magic Johnson Theaters. Look, people in New York being they hustle. Okay? This is money-making Manhattan. But you see hustle in all 4 boroughs. I'm going to say 4 because Staten Island doesn't count. But it's that hustle. But I'm going to let you guys go. This sun feels so good on my skin. I always talk about how this is why I love being in a walkable city. Because then I could get sun on my skin. If I was driving, I wouldn't be able to. And then the Heights, the part of Harlem I'm from, if I walked 15 blocks, I would have been walking up some hills. That part of Harlem is hilly. Like the Sugar Hill and up into the Heights is hilly. The rest of Harlem is pretty flat. So if you want to come uptown, you come to Manhattan, you want to get a good workout, come uptown. Lower Manhattan is below sea level. We have 200 and something feet above sea level up in the Heights. But I'm going into the gym, visit New York, visit uptown. Harlem is still black, and I'll talk to y'all later. Oops. Hold on.